We're good. Yep. Okay. Awesome. So here you are. You got this organ behind you. People are gonna be like, what the heck is
I
this?
play all the time. It's an amazing skill of mine.
You gonna give us a little demo?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
And I'm a little fan of the operas.
So how's it going? First of all, let's talk a little bit about where the season left off. And the fans were a little like, no, we can't wait till next season.
Yeah, I love the fact that they left it the way they did. That Eric, the whole third season was kind of how's Dean going to get out of his deal. What's Sam going to do? What's Dean going to do when when it comes to the final hour? And I remember calling Eric and talking to him and saying like, all right, so what's the deal? What's the plan? What's the plan of escape? And he said, oh, there's no escape. You're going to hell. I was like, okay, wow. Better check my contract, make sure that I'm still coming back for next season. But I love that he did that because I think it was something that the fans kind of wanted to see, but he kind of gave it to them in a way that they weren't expecting. So, and then also brings me back in a way that they're not expecting. So it's kind of full of surprises, which is I think a great aspect of the show.
Talk a little bit about this season. Is it different? I mean, now that you guys have come back and more viewers, which is awesome after the strike.
Yep. It was a nice big pat on the back. This was a really big season opener for us. I know that this season is kind of being labeled the payoff season for a lot of the storylines that have been going on for the past 3 years. So I know that a lot of questions are going to be answered in this season. So it's a big one for us, and to have the turnout that we had for the season premiere, it means that people are paying attention, which is good.
Do you guys throw ideas out there? I mean, as far as like, oh, this would be kind of cool, or the writers are. I mean, it's unbelievable the writing on it.
Not really. I would like to, but it's just the fact that there are, like we were talking, there's only two main cast members on the show. So between Jared and I, we are working every day, all day, and we're working on a script that was finished and completed weeks ago. So they're working on shows that we're not even going to read for another few weeks. So they pretty much lock and load every storyline before we even come into contact with it. So our ideas are too tardy for anything to actually happen.
Do you, after you shoot it, do you actually go and watch it? Because he doesn't watch anything. Like, I like to watch myself. I'm like, whatever. You're an actor. You do. No, I'm kidding.
Of course he does.
But do you watch any
With a
of it?
microscope.
And later think, wow, it's different because obviously with the stuff they bring in, special effects.
Yes, definitely. It's I will watch my performance just from a critical standpoint. Just be like, ooh, that was kind of thing. But I can actually turn into an audience member and watch the rest of the show, the special effects, the visual effects, the guest stars' performances and stuff like that. So as far as that goes, it's still entertaining for me.
How this season is it really going to change? And we talked a little bit about giving us a little more backstories and that kind of thing. Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Well, we're going to touch on what Sam's character was doing, or what Sam was doing during the time that Dean spent in hell. We're going to touch on what happened to Dean, why he was in hell, or not why, but what he was doing while he was in hell, why he got pulled out, and now we're introducing some very pivotal characters, even in the first episode, that are really going to kind of shape the storylines of the season. So I think we're going to see a lot more of the mythology of the show, as opposed to kind of the ever-evolving questions. We're going to start seeing a lot of answers, and then even bigger questions now.
What's it like for you? 'Cause your fans, you guys have very specific fans. It's almost like how Buffy had just this cult following almost. You guys, I think, have that similar. The fans aren't all across the board; they're real fans.
Yes, our fans are awesome. They are extremely supportive and very protective, which is a great thing. What amazes me most about the fan base of the show is that it's so widespread from age range to to male, female, to ethnicities. I mean, it's a wide spectrum of people that watch the show, which I think is a testament to the show itself.
So living in Canada, I know you guys are outside of kind of the business in Hollywood and LA.
Yeah.
What's your response? What are people's responses like when you're outside of kind of the business?
As far as
just as far as things they say to you, did they come up to you and ask you about new shows, or you should do this, or I mean, what kind of response?
It's pretty. I mean, like I said, we work so much. It's you know, we kind of feel like we're in just this you know, this rabbit hole for 9 months out of the year, just plugging away and cranking out episodes. And so it's interesting when we go to like you know, we were at Comic-Con recently. We went down to the San Diego Comic-Con, and just the response that we get, the turnout that we get from the fans there, and the questions, and the you know, and not just questions of you know, dumb kind of personal questions. They're really intricate questions about the show and the storylines of the characters and where they're going and what they're doing. And I think that attention to detail by the people that are watching the show, it really kind of gives us a nice pat on the back, because it makes us realize that, you know, what we're doing is not just in vain. That there are really people that are paying attention and enjoying it. So.
Yeah, it's cool. It's you guys. I think since day one, you guys have had really great chemistry. You know, but the fact now that you actually are roommates and you really genuinely like each other, I think that kind of helps as far as being brothers and that bond, right?
Yeah, it was. I mean, from day one, even when we auditioned together, it was just it just kind of fell into a real easy rhythm, and it's you know it's kept going, and you know, we become you know, close buddies off set, and obviously it translates on set. And it's, I mean, and not just him either, like the whole crew. I mean, we work so hard and so diligently together that it's one real close, tight-knit family. So it's a good feeling to have people like that around you when you're, you know, in the 14th hour of a day out in the cold rain.
Yeah, absolutely. And then the fact that I think there was 33% this premiere, 33% more than last premiere, which is awesome.
It's good, especially in a 4th season, you know, because a lot of times as seasons progress, it's just kind of the small, avid fan base that really kind of supports you, and you lose the people that are, you know, might be interested. But it seems as though we found a way to kind of reinvent ourselves, and did it in a big way, and it caught a lot of attention. It's a great thing.
Very cool. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Nice to see you.
You too.
Thank you.
All right.
And